Hey guys, Mr. Happy here, and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn 101. This episode, going to be talking about in-rooms. Now, I know that doesn't sound like too thrilling of a topic, but it is a question that I get often, and my goal is to answer you guys' questions. So, let's just jump right into it. So, what is an in-room? In-room is something you unlock at level 10, I believe. You unlock it somewhere along the early main story missions, and once you do that, it's available in the Adventurers Guild in whichever city you happen to be in at the time. They'll be clearly denoted with the word Innkeeper in their name, so don't worry, they'll be easy to find once you're there. But once you're there, what does the in-room actually do? That's the big question I get. People understand it's a room where you go and there's an armoire and a bed, and people want to know what its function is. What is the point of this in-room? So let's just do a short tour. As you can see in my first person view, you have over here the bed and the armoire. We move to our left, you can see a summoning bell. So we're going to do things in that order, from the bed to the armoire to the summoning bell. Those are the three big items in here. Now, the bed is the first thing you'll notice, and this is a very simple function. You can click it to exit the game or log off. Very, very simple. Keep in mind, though, that there are two things. The bed does have sort of a purpose that's hidden. For those of you who don't know, this game has things called sanctuaries. Sanctuaries are essentially areas where when your character is either there, logged in, or logged off for a prolonged period of time, you begin to gain what's called rested experience. Now, any normal MMO goer recognizes that term. For those of you who don't know, it means that the next time that you go into battle, you'll gain bonus experience for a set amount, and that amount will be noted on the bar where your experience is located. It'll be blue. I'm colorblind, so I think it's blue. And so you'll see that, and then when you're no longer rested, it'll let you know. When you leave a sanctuary, it'll also let you know. So the bed sort of serves as rested, as in I'm resting in a bed, you know, if that makes sense. But not only that, if you log off in an in-room and then log back on, you'll actually get a short cutscene that shows your character like hanging off the side of the bed, sleeping, and then waking up and just... there you go. I just thought I'd give you guys a nice visual of that. That's actually what they do. And then you continue on with the game. So that's what the bed does. That's its purpose. The big questions that I get, though, are about the armoire. The armoire, which I'm probably going to end up mispronouncing like 6 times because I'm trying to be all fancy about it. It stores items, but people who know about the in-rooms and ask about it actually always ask, why can't I store anything in here? And that's because as a new player, you usually don't have any items that actually qualify to be stored in here. So the reason why it doesn't store your items is because it's meant for storing specific items. If it stored everything, it would kind of be a little bit excessive, considering you already have the storage options of your retainers. So what does it actually store is a big question. Well, one thing is it definitely stores vanity items. I was able to, as you can see here, a lot of my my items from previous events, such as a Halloween event and I believe a summer festival, as you can see here, those I can actually store there. But that's not the only things I can store, obviously. I was also able to store what was known as a Patriot's Choker. That's a 1.0 item that I haven't seen available in the Grand Company stores anymore. So it may be able to store 1.0 items that no longer exist. Certain items, though, that still have somewhat of a use. I'm assuming White Ravens will be able to be stored in here for you legacy players, in case you don't want to look at it since it's been nerfed to the ground, unfortunately. And I do apologize for that, but we'll get into that another time. And also, it manages to store my artifact armor. Now, artifact armor has a use. It's not something that's simply aesthetic, which is a big deal that it can be stored here. But it's actually something that's pretty common in Final Fantasy. There's usually a way to store certain sets of armor, and the armoire is their answer to them. So basically, you can store these items, and it's not only because they're decent items that you should always have in case you ever need to fall back on an item. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe your account got hacked and all you have is your AF. That's a bad example, but you know what I mean. If you ever somehow lost the items that were important to you, at least you have a backup and you can store them here so they don't take up inventory space. Also that, but they have an aesthetic look, which kind of runs in the theme of the other items other than the Patriot's Choker and the White Ravens. It runs in that just in the sense that you could just put them on if you ever just wanted to look like your job. So please keep that in mind. Those are the items that can be stored there currently. I'm sure that the range of items is wider than that, but for now, those are the items that we know can be stored there. I don't, unfortunately, have some higher level items to test, but we'll find that out at another time. The final thing is the summoning bell. I'm not going to go too big into this. This just allows you to summon your retainer. If you have any questions about the retainer or the market board, go check out one of my previous videos about both of those things, the retainers and the market board. Plenty of information there, and I promise you will get all of your answers. And other than that, there's just the door. I don't even know why I took a screenshot of this. I was just like, I like doing these first-person screenshots. Let me just get a screenshot of the door. And that's how you get out of the in-room. I mean, obviously. But that's all there really is to an in-room. So if you found this video useful, please like, favorite, subscribe, and share, especially if you have a friend who doesn't even know about the in-rooms, or maybe doesn't know what their purpose is. Maybe he's confused about the Armoire as well. But whatever his question might be, just send him my way and send him this video, and he'll get his answers. Also, I want to thank my subscribers who have been donating. If you would like to donate to help improve the quality and quantity of the stream by helping me get new equipment, you can always check out the donate button in the description below. I've also added a wish list that I'm going to be updating regularly about items that I'm currently aiming for, and I'm gonna try and set up some sort of goal thing so people know how close I am. I don't know, something like that, but that's in the description below as well. Also, if you would like to donate to charity, I actually work with Athene Live, who does a charity, and I love to donate to them. Head over to the stream. There's more information about that in the description below as well. And it's, you know, every $5 essentially becomes $36. If you go there, you can read all the details. I'm not going to get too into it here. It would take a while. But if you don't feel like donating to charity or, you know, helping me get some better equipment, you can always just come to my Facebook at www.facebook.com/MrHappy1227, and you can come there and you can donate your ideas, you know, pick my brain a little bit, share some screenshots. It's just a really nice community of Final Fantasy players that are really working together and kindly debating certain things. Nobody argues. Everyone just sort of debates and picks my brain a little bit, and it's nice. It's a nice little community of people. But hope you guys can join me there. Thank you guys for watching. Tune in next time. I'm going to be doing something primarily for the level 50s tomorrow, since they are the ones who are kind of wondering about this. But it'll be for everyone also, so don't worry. We'll get into that tomorrow though. So anyway, guys, thank you and take care.